Hi, Alison Marsden here. I'm out in the garden sitting amongst the bulbs and listening to the birds because this month's wellbeing is about bulbs, not quite in the same way that you might imagine. There are loads and loads of analogies around nurturing people and nurturing plants. I'm not a great fan of all of them, some of them are very contrived, but there is one around bulbs that I really like, so I'm going to share it with you for this month. Of course, there are loads more bulbs than daffodils in April. Think of the alliums that come afterwards, right through to lilies in summer. And I've added in a few pictures for you to look at while you listen to this musing. My focus is on the bulb itself, not the most glamorous part of the plant and hidden away, but important because a bulb is where the plant, it acts as a larder, it stores food when times are good, when there is plenty of light and warmth and moisture in the soil, and the leaves photosynthesize and can produce more energy than the plant needs to survive, and it stores the extra away in the bulb for when times are not so good. Think of those early flowering spring bulbs where there is insufficient light and warmth to build up all the energy it needs to flower in March or April or even earlier. And the plant then uses food stored in the bulb to power that flower, and the leaves remain on after the flower has died off and photosynthesize and refill the bulb. That is the reason why you shouldn't cut the leaves off or tie them up. Leave them to die off naturally, by which time the bulb will be hard and full again of food. Well, what's the analogy with that little piece of gardening science? Well, it's all about storing away good things when times are good. And we can do that as human beings as well. We all have periods that aren't so great, when it's easy to get lost in our negative thoughts. And having stored away the memories of happy moments, successes, time with friends, remembering how we felt at those moments, then we can call them to mind. Maybe just enough to give you a lift, to remind you that things aren't always tough, that good times may return. And it's one of the ways that we can see that we really are not so different from nature, but just another part of the natural world. So, spend a few minutes out in the garden and perhaps store that memory away as a good thing for a rainy day, just like the bulbs do. Happy gardening. Check out my website gardeningbydesign.co.uk for more about me, gardening and therapeutic horticulture.